Donald Trump said to J.D. Vance, all you do is kiss my ass to get my support. He said that. That's bad, because that means J.D. Vance is going to do whatever he wants. Ohio needs an ass kicker, not an ass kisser.
One of the defining reasons, it seems to me, in looking at the calculations around this, one of the defining reasons why Joe chose to step down when he did and how he did and that he did was the selection of J.D. Vance as the running mate, because now the Trump-Vance ticket is boxed in. It is all MAGA. It is exclusionary. They are not reaching across. They're not going for a single woman voter with that ticket. This guy just had to scrub no abortions ever off of his website to try and dodge this shit. I guess dumb enough, even though he's friends with Peter Thiel, to not understand that the internet is forever. The myriad of times this guy is shit all over Trump.
I'm a never Trump guy. I never liked him. It makes you think that at a fundamental level, this is sort of a he said, she said, right? And at the end of the day, do you believe Donald Trump, who always tells the truth? Just kidding. Or do you believe that woman on that tape?
No, I cannot stand Trump because I think he's a fraud. Well, I think he's a total fraud that is exploiting these people, who is a total fraud.
Like you said, I agree with you on Trump because I don't think that he's the person. I don't think he actually cares about folks.
And his own people think he's a
he left
rhino
his
setup.
Venmo public.
Right.
I mean, he left his Venmo public, so clearly he doesn't really understand how the internet works.
Right.
I mean, you're a senator, for f***'s sake, even if you never get picked for anything higher. But you may be picked for vice president, and you're letting people see who all your contacts are in Venmo. I mean, are you the dumbest fucking person alive?
Right.
So I mean, clearly he doesn't get how any of this stuff works. And you're right, he was there's two sort of very funny things here. One is Trump needed to shore up his conservative base, which you'd be like, what? Because they're worried because they know he has dementia and is nuts, and they need to be able to point to, well, if he goes to prison or he just sort of goes on a walk someday in the woods and doesn't come back, hey, we've got J.D. Vance here. That was part of the reason.
Instructions.
Right. The second part that is even better is the far Nazi right, which is a key part of their base, is still pissed because J.D. Vance married a non-Christian Indian, and he has brown children. And I mean, that's about the worst thing. And Nick Fuentes, who I love, has the name Fuentes, but is screaming and yelling about this stuff. They're already saying that it's a betrayal that he picked J.D. Vance. So J.D. Vance is like a disaster. He doesn't even do the thing they wanted him to do, which is shore up the right. And it's the biggest. It's not even just the abortion thing. Like, as I tried to point out to people, he has spoken about women in the literal exact justification the sons of Jacob in Handmaid's Tale give for why they have a violent revolution. Sound familiar? And create Gilead. It's because birth rates are going down, which J.D. Vance talks about all the time. And therefore, that's because women have lost their priorities. They're out there working. And they're out there being slutty and enjoying themselves too much and being single mothers. They need to
like
go
Amber
back
Rose?
to their two jobs that matter. They need to be moms. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Like Amber Rose.
Yeah, exactly.
The irony.
Exactly right. The irony of that, but the irony of her and the irony of Melania and the irony of plenty of these. But in any case, what they do is go back to being just mothers. And baby producers. That's what they're. And J.D. Vance has said stuff that's come right up to the edge of that. That is exactly. So have fun with the fact that this guy has not just called for a national abortion ban. No, he wants to ban in vitro fertilization. He wants to ban birth control. And oh, by the way, he probably wants to get around to taking your bank account away if you're a woman and making you stay at home.
Effectively run in this country via the Democrats, via our corporate oligarchs, by a bunch of childless cat ladies who are miserable at their own lives and the choices that they've made, and so they want to make the rest of the country miserable too. If you look at Kamala Harris, Pete Buttigieg, AOC, the entire future of the Democrats is controlled by people without children.